What is up, YouTube? Welcome to another video. If you are new here, hi, my name is Reese, and if you are not new here, thank you so much for joining me once again for another video. Today, I'll be taking you guys along with me for another full day of eating, and I'm actually going out with my friends tonight, so I thought it would be kind of fun to show you all what I eat on a day where I am going out later. I will be having drinks, and yeah, staying out late with my friends. And I know I titled this video what I do differently on a day of eating where I'm going out later in the day, but that was kind of a trick because I actually don't do anything differently. I feel like there is this misconception, especially for girls and especially for girls in college, that you need to be eating less or eating differently because you are going out later in the day. And that was definitely something that I used to very much fall into. The fact of the matter is, going out and having drinks one night is not going to completely derail your progress. It's not going to change your body drastically, and you are going to be completely fine if you just have everything the same on a day where you do go out later. There are so many reasons why not eating as much earlier in the day when you're going out later is just such a terrible idea. For one, it's like low-key dangerous. You do not want to be drinking on an empty stomach. It is going to make you sick. It's so much more likely that if you were restricting earlier in the day, you're going to end up eating a lot of food late at night when you are less inhibited because of the alcohol, and you're going to feel worse the next day. You're probably going to have a worse hangover, and also it's so hard to have fun. You are so much less fun when you're hangry. So moral of the story, you should eat how you normally eat before you're going out, and that is my 2 cents on that. Now time to get off my soapbox. Let's get into this video. You guys already saw what I had for breakfast. It was the usual protein oats. If you've seen any of my other videos, you already know I have the same thing for breakfast every single day because it is just that good, but it is quick oats. I crack some salt in there for electrolytes, and then I add a scoop of the Legion protein powder. I was using the salted caramel whey protein powder. I am actually now a Legion affiliate, which is super exciting. So if you do want to save money off of your Legion orders, you can use my code ReeseF. I'll also leave it down in the description. You can use that code and get 20% off your first order. And if you are a Legion stan and have been ordering from them, it will give you a double points on your order, which means money off in the future. So go ahead and use that if you want to check out Legion. I highly, highly recommend their products. I've been using them for years and I love them. That was the protein that I use in my protein oats every single morning. So I add a scoop of that in there. I added some stevia drops for a little more sweetness, and then I microwaved some frozen berries and mixed those in and topped it off with a dollop of peanut butter as always. Now I am here at the gym. I'm about to hit glutes and hamstrings today, and I am drinking my favorite pre-workout. Again, if you've seen my other videos, you already know what it is. It is the Legion Pulse pre-workout. This is in peach rings flavor, I believe, which is why it's this super fun orange color. And then I also have 1 scoop of creatine in there because I take 5 grams of creatine every day, and that is going to be my pre-workout drink. So I'm going to go ahead, finish this, get into glutes and hamstrings, and I will see you guys again when I go home and make my lunch. So I got back from the gym a little while ago, and I'm gonna go ahead and make lunch. I actually already had my lunch meal prepped. This is actually from last week, and I froze it because I'm only living here for a few more days, and I really wanted to try and not go to the grocery store because I'm gonna be eating out a lot anyway, and it just wasn't worth it to plan new meals and go to the grocery store and do meal prep and all of that. So I'm using my leftovers from last week, and then I may just have to like kind of throw some things together for a couple days. But anyways, I will show you what I had from last week. It's still a little bit frozen, so I don't know how it's gonna work with cooking it. But what I have in here that I made last week is some chicken sausage that I cooked, and then just on a sheet pan, I roasted sweet potato, broccoli, bell pepper, onion. I think that's all. Yeah, sweet potato, broccoli, bell pepper, and onion. And then I just seasoned it with salt and pepper, tossed it with some olive oil, and then roasted it in the oven and threw it all together. And that was my super easy meal. I still have my carbs, my proteins, my fats from the olive oil. Those are usually the things that I try to focus on when I am meal prepping or I'm planning my meals, is just making sure that I have all 3 macronutrients in there. And like I said, I like to try and stick to mostly whole foods. And since this all just takes 1 sheet pan, it was super easy to throw together. Just minimal mess, minimal cleanup, all of that. And it's really easy to store and obviously freeze so you can save it for when you need it later on, which I ended up doing that. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw this in the air fryer to reheat it, and then I'll go ahead and show you what it looks like when I'm done. It has now been a couple hours since I had lunch. I've just been sitting at my desk getting some editing work done, but I'm getting kind of hungry, so I am gonna go ahead and make myself a snack. And for a snack, I'm going to have my current hyperfixation, which is sweet cottage cheese on rice cakes. I've been having this almost every single day for a snack for like the past week basically. And I know what you're thinking, it sounds a little bit odd, but trust me when I say it actually does taste very good. I got this idea from another YouTuber, Erica Nangle Fit. I love cottage cheese and I love sweet things, and so I wanted to try combining it like she does and see how that goes, and I actually ended up, like I said, really liking it. So I'm gonna go ahead and head into the kitchen and I will show you guys how to make the recipe. So I'm starting out by going in with some cottage cheese, and I just use low-fat cottage cheese. I get mine from Trader Joe's, but you can use whatever cottage cheese you're feeling like using. And I just put about like half a cup in there. I kind of just guesstimate how much I'll need. This is how much I'm using. Then I'm gonna go in with a little bit of protein powder for flavor. I'm using the same protein that I used in my oats this morning, the Legion salted caramel whey protein, but you can use whatever protein you have on hand. So I'm just gonna do like not even a third a scoop of that right in there. Next, I'm just adding in a little bit of stevia for sweetness. Again, not really measuring, but just doing like a dash of it. Then this is the best part. I add a lot of cinnamon, which in my opinion is the best spice. This is what it looks like before it's all mixed, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and mix that all up really quick. This is what it looks like after mixing it up. So now you're going to take 2 rice cakes. I'm using just caramel rice cakes, but you can use whatever flavor you would like. I've also done it with apple cinnamon before and with chocolate chip. Those are also very good, but I do like using the caramel ones with the salted caramel protein powder. It's just a lot of caramel, and who doesn't love that? So I'm just gonna pop 2 of those on there, and I'll move it so you can see more. And then what you're gonna do is you're just gonna take your cottage cheese mix and you're just kind of gonna put that on top like so. And it'll be a pretty thick texture because of the protein powder. So you kind of just spread it on top there. And so this is the final product. Sweet cottage cheese rice cakes with the protein powder, stevia, and some cinnamon. Super high protein, easy to make, and tastes so yum. So I'm gonna go ahead and have these. I also forgot to film earlier, but I've been sipping on this Alani all afternoon. It is the watermelon wave flavor. These are my favorite energy drinks right now. I think they're so delicious, and I usually will only have half of one a day, but since I know I'm going out tonight and I'm gonna be up super late, that is why I'm drinking the entire thing. But I drink it over the course of about 2 to 3 hours. So I'm gonna go ahead and have these while I continue drinking this and getting some editing done, and I will see you guys again when I make some dinner. Apologies once again for the terrible kitchen lighting, but it is now about 7:30 and I'm gonna go ahead and get started on making some dinner. I don't normally eat this late, but I was on the phone with my mom for a little bit longer than I anticipated, which I should have anticipated, but that is okay because everything is already meal prepped, thankfully, because once again, this was a meal that I had last week and then I just went ahead and froze the ingredients, and so I'm just gonna be throwing it all together and heating it up, so it should be super easy and not take me that long. But for dinner tonight, I'm going to be having a burrito bowl. I have some cilantro lime rice that I had already meal prepped, some shredded cooked chicken breast that I had seasoned with chicken tinga seasoning, and then some black beans, corn, avocado, and some salsa verde on top. So let's go ahead and throw it all together. So I just heated up my leftover cilantro lime rice. So now I'm gonna go ahead and heat up some of this meal prep chicken tinga that I have. So I'm just gonna toss this in a bowl and heat it and add it onto the rice. So now that I've got my chicken, time to heat up the black beans. Now the corn. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and slice up this baby avocado and stick that on top. And last but not least, I'm finishing things off with some of the Trader Joe's salsa verde. And that is the final product for my dinner. She is not the prettiest, but I know it is gonna taste delicious all mixed up. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started on this, and I will see you guys if I do end up eating dessert or anything else before I go out in a little bit. So I just finished up dinner, and I'm kind of still wanting something a little bit sweet for dessert. I have a major sweet tooth and I love dessert, so not skimping on that. For dessert, I'm having one of my peanut butter crispy rice bars. I made these a couple weeks ago, and then I just keep them in the freezer. And the recipe is actually over on my Instagram at Reese Fit if you want to check it out. It's a little bit farther down on my page, but it is on there. What it is Rice Krispies, peanut butter, date syrup, a little bit of protein powder, and then I just melted and spread some chocolate on top. So I'm gonna go ahead and have one of these, and then I'm also gonna be having a liquid IV because I feel like I'm definitely going to need the hydration tonight. I may end up having a snack when I come back from going out because sometimes I like to eat something and have something in my stomach before bed. And if I do, I will do my best to take a picture or film it or something so I can stick it in there so you guys will still be getting the full day of eating. But other than that, I'm probably gonna go ahead and end this video here. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.